What's up, everybody? We are live from the bait room. Once again, it is Thursday night, so it's time for Baitman Live. And I've got a sack full of stuff to show you. It's new from Strike King Lure Company and some stuff from Lou's. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about the new Scottsboro Tackle Company line through Swimbaits. And just talk a little bit about fall fishing. I've been on midnight, so I'm kind of sleepy. But we're going to knock this out. I'll go ahead and start welcoming some guys. Hey, John Hensley, Kyle the Hammer Hackamack's in here. Eric Filburn, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. Nate Martin's in here. Resident Ole Miss expert. So yeah, it should be a good weekend. The Vols are going to play Auburn, and it may be the sloppiest football game ever made. What's up, Jason? I am excited too. I enjoy doing this every Thursday night. Do me a big favor, make sure you mash the like button, hit the share button, and that'd be awesome. And for YouTube guys, once this uploads, if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Mash the like button for me. We're going to do a giveaway on YouTube very soon. So what else I was going to tell you guys, because of my work schedule, I'm going to have to change the time of the show on Facebook. So let me know if you would rather see me do it at Wednesday night or move it up an hour early to 6 o'clock. That would work a lot better for me. What's up, Cameron Brooks? Long time no see, my friend. So I think this is, hopefully this is on my personal page, isn't on my personal page, but I couldn't remember which button hit. But anyway, just a few things real quick I'm going to talk about. Congratulations to my buddy Austin Brown. He won the Renegade Classic on Kentucky Lake. That is the second time he has won the Renegade Classic in like 4 years, I believe. It's either 4 or 5, so I don't know what bait he caught it on, but I'm sure I can sneak it out of him. I may see if I can get Austin on the live show, and he can talk about fall fishing. His brother lives right next to me, so that shouldn't be too hard. What's up, Nick? What's up, Kendall Arnold? You guys doing okay? Kendall, I'm sorry I didn't make it to Faith, Friends, and Fishing, or Family, Faith, and Fishing. I had to go to the Strike King Riders thing, and I had my son all day. It would have been a goat roping. So anyway, no, I cannot catch any fish, Joey. You got to go fishing to catch them. But do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, share the video for me, and let's get this thing rolling. So 3ffishing.com. A lot of guys have been asking me about the Babe Swimbait. I made a post on my page the other day, but in case you missed it, they have a stock of the Babes back in. And if you've never seen the Babe, this is it right here. This is the color I designed. This is the FFJ. That is like that Megabass Pro Blue. They should have some baits left. They sent a pretty small batch of harness baits. And by harness, you actually tie to the nose. And it has this harness system. And you can kind of see it in here. This weighs, I think 11 grams or something like that. And then you're hooked right here to a treble hook. Now, one thing Kyle wanted me to let you know, guys that ordered that got some Tennessee Shad ones. He ran out of treble hooks, so there wasn't a treble hook in that one. But for fall fishing, this is great because this bait isn't designed to be fished really, really deep. It's designed to be fished very shallow. This is a great bait fishing on top of those gravel bars, on top of stump flats, stuff like that. What I'll do is I'll take this treble actually and I'll pin it down in the middle of the bait. So when you fish it, fishes like this, so it doesn't snag quite as bad. But this is the XPS swim bait that Steve Kennedy, Takahiro, Rubanis, that's what those guys right there went. And it's got that head quiver that makes it so deadly. It's not a super loud swim bait, very subtle, but they do have some in stock. I believe another shipment is coming, and there's going to be more Tennessee Shad. They're going to do a bluegill. So really excited about this. I know guys down in Chickamauga and stuff like that have been catching them on the Babe. So, speaking of swim baits, because I don't know if you guys all watched the YouTube live video, but I did get some stuff from Scottsboro Tackle Company in. They're great folks. Tim and Andrea Evans. They always fix me up, and I don't ever ask for it. They send me care packages, and honestly, you can look behind me on my wall over here. I've got packs of Scottsboro Swimbaits hanging up, but I'm really excited about this right here. So this is the line through 6-inch STC Swimbait, and you see I've kind of tied off the line, and basically in a line through, you'll run the line right here and through the nose, and it's got an internal component that's built into the cavity, and then it's got a treble hook, and this treble comes in the package. So what happens is when that fish eats your bait, it comes up from behind, and it pulls the treble down. So your bait will slide up, and they'll be stuck with this treble hook in their mouth. So you're going to get a lot better hookup ratio. You're also going to go through less baits. Because when they jump, this bait slides up your line instead of run around in its mouth and all that. But deep water anglers, they're going to like this, especially fishing over water, fishing for suspended fish. You can fish this over the tops of grass. It is a little heavier than a normal STC Swimbait. Let me see if I can get one out of the package here. This is one of my favorite colors. I throw this one all the time. This is called Natural Light. This is a very just shad looking color, almost like a chartreuse shad. So these are both 6-inch. So here's the line through with the treble on the bottom, and then here's just the normal 6-inch. So this is a little bit thicker actually, and they had to do that for the harness. I would say the line through is quite a bit. It's not super heavy, but it is heavier than this one. Now you can also rig this bait up on a jig head if you want to, or I like to beast hook it, and maybe I can show you that later. Todd Brooks is playing with the neighbor, man. He is riding Power Wheels. He's out there riding dirty. He's not into baits right now. He's into all kinds of stuff. So really excited about that from Scottsboro Tackle Company. And I've got several colors, so they'll come in this package, and these actually come with the owner treble hook. So you all those good colors from Scottsboro Tackle Company you guys like, you'll be able to get them in that line through. So there you actually see the line through system in this color. That's Payback Shad, and I'm really excited about that. Hopefully I can get some fishing time here in the next couple weeks. I may have to go do some testing over there on Lake X. Kentucky Lake is actually fishing a little bit better. A lot of guys are catching them on top water. So with Scottsboro, they're still making the 5-inch. We're going to give some of these swim baits away. We're going to have a really big giveaway tonight. And this is something I'm really, really excited about. They sent me some little baby 3-inch. What is rigging a beast? Alright, if you want to, I'll show you. Let me get my Swimbait Terminal Box real quick. Look up here in the Bass Mafia. This is great about the bait room because I have everything at my disposal. So this is basically a terminal box I have just for my swimbait heads and stuff. So I'll pack this with me everywhere I go because I'm a swimbait nut. What's up, Colin? So if you want to rig a swimbait on a beast hook, let's see if I can find a big one here. So here's a beast hook. Let me get one. Let me get one of these. Let me get one of mine so I don't mess one up. So here's probably my favorite way to rig this bait, and this is the 5-inch Natural Light. This is a 6/0 on a beast hook, and I'm going to rig it on a beast hook if I like to fish around grass, if I want to fish pretty shallow. Typical for me, if I'm fishing 8 foot of water or less, I'm going to go with a beast hook. And you can get these in a 10-aught, 8-aught, even a 12-aught if you want to catch some real janks. So all you got to do is take this owner. This has got a centering pin spring. Take the nose of the bait. Center this up. And the good thing about the Scottsboro, they have a little round dot up top. And just take this bait. I'm going to twist the swim bait on. And some of you guys may know this, but we always have new viewers. Now, once you get it on, I like to make sure, if you see that, I want that eye of the twist going, intersecting the bait, perpendicular. And then all you got to do, on the bottom here, there's a little soft spot where it's a 2-piece mold. You just push that hook in and go out the back, nice and straight. And I just kind of pinch it right there. And now my swim bait is on a beast hook. And once that's running through the water, you're going to get a nice weedless action. And you got a huge gap right here. So when they bite, I mean, they get hooked. I try to get it about as straight as possible. The cool thing about the STC Swimbaits also is if you want to make it even easier, this bottom, you can split it open. I'm just going to use some scissors here. And you can actually split this thing right down the middle. And it's got this little pocket. So it makes it really easy for your beast hook. You can just slide it in the pocket if you want to. Whoops. You can slide that hook in that hook pocket, and it makes it really easy to rig this thing. And you can just pull that hook right down, cinch it down. These last pretty good. One thing I'll recommend to all my swim bait guys, this stuff right here is a lifesaver. It's called Mendut. So I'm going to show you this. What I'm going to do, I'll show you this back at the end of the show. I'm going to go ahead and unrig this right here. And I have basically tore this swim bait up. So what you do, you take your Mendut, and this is not super glue. I want guys to know this is not super glue. This is more like, well, I was going to take this minute if it hadn't dried up. No, this is not super glue. This is like weld. Yes, Joey, I have tried the Miyagi. I have got some right behind me, and I can show you guys that as well. And then I'm going to get into the Strike King stuff. But you can take this Mendut, and what you do is you just paint over the place on your bait that's messed up. So I'm going to paint over this spot right here. My Mendut's gotten old. I got to get some new Mendut. Always keep this stuff. This is great on soft plastics. And what it's going to do, it's going to get really hot, and it's going to basically fuse that plastic back together. Make sure you store your Mendut somewhere nice and cool too, because if it gets hot, it kind of gets gooey, and then it ain't no good. Mine's almost no good. So you can get Mendut on Tackle Warehouse. I think Scottsboro Tackle has them. It's great stuff. Check your local shops. So I'm going to mend the back end of that. And I'm just going to leave this on the table, and I'll show you what this looks like here in about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. What's your thoughts on head shake, tight wobble on a swim bait? Personally, I like a good tight wobble. It's all what the fish want. I know a lot of guys like that big hammer swim bait, and it's a big thumper. Sometimes I think the fish like that. Sometimes I think they like it really subtle. So back to this little 3-inch swim bait. Guys are thinking, no, that is a Scottsboro tackle swim bait steeple. What's up, Phil? So this is the 3-inch, and something that's really been going on the tours is the finesse swim bait craze, and guys are rigging these little 3-inch swim baits and throwing them like really light line, like 10-pound line or so. in catching a lot of fish. So if you're the guy that likes the little Kitex on the ball heads, you're really gonna like these little 3-inch. I'm personally digging these a lot right here. You could even put this on the back of a finesse swim jig, and stuff like that. I like it, man. That looks just like a minnow right there. Again, you can find these on Scottsboro Tackle Company's website. Pretty easy. It's like scottsborotackle.com. Great on an A-rig. And so you got a 3-inch. You got the 5-inch. And we've got a 6-inch line through. And then the normal 6-inch. So what else they sent me here? They have sent me some of these, and you guys should know about these. This is the Sniper Shad. This is more of a jerky J-style bait. I really like this bait a lot. Matter of fact, I got some hanging up on my shelf. And they said they sent me some prototypes, and I think these are it. They sent me a new version of the Sniper Shad that I'm going to let you guys know about. This is the new version. It's even softer and it's thinner. So let me see if I can show you this older version here. Let's explain some difference. So this is the original Sniper Shad, and this is the new one. If you'll notice, the new one is about 1/4 of an inch thinner. So you're going to get even more erratic tail whip action with this. This one's going to have more roll and head wobble, whereas you're going to get more whip. You can tell with this being thin, the tail is a whole lot more lively than this one. Both are great. I like how they did a thin version. These are good baits, man. Hard to get because when they have these in stock, they go quick. Hopefully, this new thin Sniper Shad will be available very soon. That's a light hitch color. That is a good looking bait. So, you know, I think I'm gonna give away some Sniper Shads too. Put all this stuff back in the box. See what else they sent me. Man, look at this. Now this is a good looking swim bait. Of course, this is a line through. This color is Viper Shad. Woo! Nasty. And that is the line through. So we're going to hook it up tonight. We're going to have a really big giveaway. And we're going to throw some Strike King stuff in. Let's check out that swim bait that I put Mendut on already. Yep. It's already held up in the back. It's already held up the pocket. You see I can't pull it apart. Mendut is good stuff, guys. Make sure you invest in Mendut. If you're a swim bait guy, you need to have some. And let's see what else they sent me in here. Now this is my favorite size STC Swimbait. I've got so much stuff going on right here. This is the 4-inch Scottsboro Swimbait. And they sent it my favorite color, natural light. So this is the 5-inch. This is the 4-inch. Where I really like this 4-inch is what I'm fixing to do right here. In my Bass Mafia Swimbait box, I have some underspins. These right here. I don't throw underspins a whole lot, but when I do. This is a custom made underspin. It's basically like the Revenge head with a little willow blade here. I take this little 4-inch bait. Push it down here, thread it up a little bit. And I just rig this guy like so. Nothing crazy. Oop. Now, I have a really good fall swim bait to throw out deep. And some guys ask, when do I throw a blade? When do I don't? When the bait fish is kind of suspended and scattered, I like a blade because you want to draw a little bit of attention to yourself. Or actually when it's really tight and there's a lot of fish feeding, I like the blade. You get a little bit more attention. I like this for cold water situations. When I don't use an underspin is when the bass are really aggressive, when the bait fish is scattered. I want a real natural presentation. But for the most part, I probably use an underspin less than 15% of the time. But Matt Allen at Tactical Bassin, he loves the underspin. There's several different great ones out there. Blade Runner, Fish Head Spin, VMC, they all make good ones. I know Matt likes that Blade Runner really well. And check out Tactical Bassin's underspin videos. They're really good. So I threw this bait with Matt quite a bit at Lake X, smoked a few jaints. But actually he taught me how to catch them on it pretty well. But that's why I like that 4-inch STC. This head's like a 3/4 ounce. It's a great bait. So that's what I got from Scottsboro Tackle. I got a huge box down there. It's mostly more of the same. And let's talk about new Strike King products. I am not a hammer, Frank. I wish I got to fish more. Underspin's also very good in the early spring. I like it in the spring too. It's very subtle. I know a lot of guys fish for bass that are feeding on crawfish, but they will diet themselves on shad. You guys like Strike King baits? Y'all ready to see some new Strike King stuff? Because we're going to give it away in here. Before I go any farther, I want to thank Lew's at the Lew's Riders Conference. They hooked it up and gave me this new Lew's Custom Plus Speed Stick. So this is just like the Custom Pro Speed Stick, but it's got this new Win Super Grips handle. So you got a full grip handle. This is a nice rod. I think it's going to retail for like 170 bucks. And then they hooked it up with a $99 reel, the Lew's LFS, which is nice and smooth. So going to go fish with this. I got to fish with Brad Knights. I liked it quite a bit. And I'll let you guys know, you know, I've always been a Shimano, obviously, and Daiwa guy. And man, the Lew's rods were really nice. Those new custom, the Mark Rose Ledge Series rods are super nice. I think my buddy Jared Caesar's in here, and he was telling me about them like a month ago. And I said, man, they're not bad. And I got to play with them, and I really, really like them. So they got some new models coming out that are really nice. And just because they say ledge on the rod does not mean they're only designed for ledge fishing. They're very versatile. I really liked all their crankbait rods in that. So let me get me a swig of Mountain Dew. And let's talk some Strike King Lure Company baits. So this is the new Strike King Buzz Toad. And normally I would take these baits out of the packages, but since I'm going to make a giveaway, we're not going to do that. But you see, the Buzz Toad is a buzz bait, and it's got the new Greg Hackney Strike King Buzz Toad attached to it. Now, if you haven't paid much attention to the buzz bait world the last year, buzz baits with frogs or swim baits on the back has been all the rage. And the reason for that, one, it helps your buzz bait float a little bit. Two, it gives the bass something to target on. Instead of a skirt, you've actually got a bait back there, so it gives the bass a visual reference when they're chasing a buzz bait. Three, skipping. When you put a frog on the back of a buzz bait, you can skip it really, really well, especially under boat docks, under tree branches, hard to get places. Make it very accessible for a buzz bait. I really like the Buzz Toad. It's got some really wide legs, as you can see. It's going to create some disturbance. Good components. And you get a spare toad in here. I think these retail for like $5.99. So we're going to throw that in the giveaway. Alright, so if you guys like jerk baits, they've got some new colors that are exclusive. This is a color called Pro Bone, and this is in the KVD. This is the J200. A lot of people don't realize they make a 200 model. This is the shallower version. So this is a Pro Bone, so it's kind of like a French pearl. You know, Mega Bass French pearl guys. I really dig this bait. They got like 12 new colors. They didn't give me all of them. You can see them on Tackle Warehouse or your local retailer if they have them. But they've come out with some new colors. I know some of the jerkbait guys were like, hey, Strike King, we need some new colors, us northern guys or us really clear water guys that are out of the box. And they brought the hammer with new colors. There's like a Morning Dawn jerkbait, and it is sweet. So I recommend that one. But this is Pro Bone. I'm really excited about that one. And they also made this in the 300D, which this is my favorite jerkbait right now. This is the deep diving KVD jerkbait. I've caught a lot. I don't say a lot. I've caught several fish on it. I really like it in that 8 to 10 foot range of water. Very easy to cast. Got good hooks on it. Man, this is Pro Bone, so it's a little bit clearer than oyster, and you can see the internal weight transfer system in this. You'll see those ball bearings slide up and down. That's what makes this thing cast. You can see them go back and forth. It's got some rattles into it. Great bait. Man, that is Sunline Assassin. I can't afford shooter. Here's another new color. This is Pro Gold, so it's a translucent gold blackback. My Kentucky Lake guys, they know about those gold blackback rogues. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? So we're going to throw a couple of those in, and that's a J300, a 300D, and a J200. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. You know, this isn't a Ned Rig bait, but I'm really excited about this. This is the new Strike King 2.75 inch coffee tube. So for my finesse smallmouth fishermen, this is a great bait. My creek fishermen, give them something different. It's a little bit bigger than the TRD tubes, but you could actually stuff a TRD head up in here if you wanted to. A very finesse tube, great for light tackle spinning gear, but you can drop shot this thing. You know, you never hear about drop shotting a tube, but several of the Strike King pros at the Riders Conference were telling me this bait is awesome on a drop shot because you get all kinds of little action. And what they'll do is they'll make a really short leader and just kind of suspend that tube, you know, a couple inches from the bottom and just bounce it down. I really like that. This is Green Pumpkin Golden Green Flake. Now, it's not a really fat tube, so you can't stuff an internal head in it that's really big, but you can actually get away with like a Callan's darter head, the small finesse ones, and put them in here. Really like these finesse tubes. You could even, you know, Texas rig it if you want to, but you have to use a really small hook. So really excited about that, and they've got several new colors in these coffee tubes as well. Let's see what else we got. And here's something you guys probably know about. You know, it's the Strike King Bullworm. They did come out with a new color, and this color is available in several different products. That is Moon Juice, so that's a watermelon with the blue hue, and that is the 8-inch Bullworm. Moon Juice is available in the Rage Bug, the Rage Menace Grub, the 10-inch Bullworm, the Finesse Worm. They put it in everything. This is just a great color. You guys, clear water fishermen, you'll really like this. It's natural, but it's got some juice to it. It's the Moon Juice. I know Tackle Warehouse has plenty of Moon Juice available. I really like the Rage Craw in Moon Juice. But so that's the Bullworm. I guarantee you they'll have a couple new colors next year to iCast too. My Kentucky Lake, Tennessee River guys, they know about the Bullworm. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, I like this bait too. And it's called the Z2. And it is the baby Z2. So now, we have a little fluke style bait, and the Z2 is made with Elastec, so it is not going to tear up. Same material as Z-Man. My smallmouth guys, y'all been watching the Elite Series, y'all been watching FLW. You've been seeing guys drop shot these bait fish profile soft plastics quite a bit. Really excited about the baby Z2. Going to be killer on a drop shot, and you can rig it weightless if you want to. A great one of the first baits I ever drop shotted on Kentucky Lake was the Zoom Super Fluke Junior, just a pearl white one, and I caught a lot of fish on it, and I never threw a robo worm for a couple years, and I'm really excited about this baby Z2. I think this is going to be a spotted bass and smallmouth killer, especially in those clear reservoirs like Lanier, Altoona, down south, Bull Shoals, and then up north, obviously Lake Erie. That's going to look like a little goby down there. That color's the deal. So you got a little green pumpkin, a little blue, just a very shad-like color. But again, it is made of that Elastec material, so you can stretch this thing way out and smack your kid in the head with it. Z2. So we're going to throw that in the giveaway. I love Strike King. They take care of me, and I'm glad they allowed me to do it. What's up, Brian Head? Brian Head in here from Denali Rods. You know, they just launched a new rod as well, the N3. We're going to see if we can't get one and show you guys what it's about. Great people over there at Denali. Really good customer service, too. And if you have a question about any of their rods, feel free to get on their website and send them a message or call them. They will take care of you. I've never had to call them because I've never had any issues. Now, let's talk about this. We've gone from the baby. Now it's time for the Megadawg. This one is Chrome Sexy Shad. So this is a giant topwater bait. Let me get my topwater box real quick if it's easily accessible. I'm going to show you exactly how big this bait is. We'll compare it. We're going to compare this thing to a Super Spook. So this is the saltwater Super Spook. Let's turn this. And this is a Megadawg. Let me turn this the other way so you can get a good comparison. Look how big the Megadawg is compared to that Spook. It is still another 1.5 inches bigger. And part of this is because of the way I got my hands. But look how much bigger the Megadawg is. So this bait throws a lot of water. You can also make really wide sweeps. It weighs about 2 ounces. So the only negative thing I have about this, if you only got one topwater rod, I would go up to a rod that I throw a big crankbait on. Not necessarily a 10XD. But you're going to want to have some backbone, and you're going to have a rod that'll hold up. But Strike King Riders Conference guys were catching a lot of fish on there. It's catching them on Kentucky Lake. My bud Sam Lashley, he is smashing them on the Megadawg. This bait will always hold a special spot in my heart, as I was one of the first people to throw the prototypes, and I literally threw it for like 10 minutes and said, yeah, it's good. But that was like 3 years ago, and then it come out this year. They fine-tuned some things, and they got this bait right. You know, everybody loves topwater. There's a lot of people that are, you know, trying to make the same pencil poppers and ploppers, and Strike King just said, you know, we got a great bait. We have the Sexy Dog. It catches them. We could either go really small, but let's go big. And they went big, and that's how I feel about topwater fishing. Either go big or go finesse. I do fish, you know, a vixen and stuff, but this bait makes so much racket in the water. It calls the bass from while up. You're not going to get as many bites on the big dog, but when you get one, it is going to be certified janked. And I'm going to throw that in. Somebody is going to get this Megadawg. And I appreciate, again, Strike King for hooking me up. They gave me this tackle for myself, and I said, you know what? You guys let me come to the Writers Conference and film some videos. I'm going to make sure my viewers get a chance at the new Strike King stuff. Plus, I'm going to go to Crispin's house and rate it, so it's all going to be good. Let's see what else they threw me in here. Oh, yeah. Some new Rage Swimmers. This is the 3.25 inch. Let's see behind me. Normally, the one I throw is the 3.75, so that's almost a 4-inch bait. Now we have a 3.25 inch Rage Swimmer. Again, trying to get into that like Kitech 3.3. That's really good on those finesse ball heads. It's the Rage Swimmer, and you know, I went through Brad Knight's boat, and you know, I always hear guys, oh, they talk about Rage Swimmer and they all got Kitechs. I went through Brad Knight's boat, and every swim bait he had was, this style was not Kitech. They were all Rage Swimmers. And Brad said, man, I can't tell the difference. He goes, I've tried it. And he said, I catch just as many on the Rage Swimmer as I do the Kitech. Now, some guys are going to say the Kitech's better, and that's okay. They're probably confident in it. But, you know, when Brad Knight tells me this is the deal, I'll listen to him because he's won a lot more money than me. And really excited they come out with some new sizes. Crispin might correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they got a 4.25 as well. So now they've got a 5.25, a 5.75, 4.75, 3.75, 2.75, a 4.2, and a 3.2. So there's like 6 sizes of these things, which is great because these baits are very versatile. You can put them on the back of a swim jig, on the chatterbait. But there's a trick on a chatterbait, and I'll show you that another time. You can fish them singly. You can fish them on an A-rig. Lots of good options for the Rage Swimmer. Very versatile bait. Giveaway pile. See what else they gave me here. Now I can get this bait out of the package. I got any frog fishermen in here? Well, they've got a couple new baits. Last year they had the Poppin Perch. This is a smaller version of the Poppin Perch. And let me get this thing out. Get this thing out. It's easy to put these frogs back. So this is the small Poppin Perch. If you see this guy right here, I think it's like Crispin, maybe the Pipsqueak Poppin Perch. So it's a little small. It's a small guy. It's like me. I got called a Pipsqueak all the time. It's got this rubber material in the back that really flares out. So when you're walking this bait, this is going to throw some water. It's got a really good hook in it. It's a smaller hook, but it's a smaller popping bait. Very solid. You can see on the bottom, it's got a little bit of weight back here, so it makes this bait easy to cast. I like the Poppin Perch. I really like this small one. You northern guys, these little gill colors are killer. Definitely going to have some of these in my frog box. I wish we had some grass on Kentucky Lake. But you do not have to have grass to catch fish on a frog. Really like this. Walks good. And then we have the Strike King Pad Perch. The Hack Attack Pad Perch. So you've got the Poppin Perch and the Pipsqueak. They've got the KVD Sexy Frog. Now they have designed the Pad Perch. So this is made for more fishing on mats, really heavy matted vegetation. So if you fish mats, obviously you want I like something a little bit bigger, maybe something with some internal rattles, because when you're throwing on top of that mat, a little heavier frog is better, because these fish are feeding by their lateral lines. They're not visual feeders. One thing I like about the Pad Perch is, if you notice the bottom here, it might be hard to see. See how it's really rounded? It's very keeled, kind of like your bass boat. What that does, it makes this thing walk really, really easy. So this is also really good open water, but you can throw it on those mats. You can throw it on the mats, and once it hits that hole, you can get this thing to walk back and forth. One thing about mat fishing, a lot of guys don't do, is they throw that frog onto the mat, and as soon as it hits the edge, they reel it in. With this bait right here, once it comes to the edge, you can walk it like a spook for 10-15 yards, and you might catch that follower. This is a very versatile frog. I really like this from Strike King. They have done an awesome job with this bait. And if you need tips on this, just message old Tad Castledine on Facebook. He is a frog man from Texas. I know my Rayburn guys are really going to like this. And this thing does have a place in the back. If you look at, I don't know if you can see on video, see that little hole right there? That is to squirt out the water. So if this thing gets any water in it, you just, and it comes right out. Really like this bait. That's the KVD Pad Perch. So somebody is going to get hooked up like it was Christmas. So what we'll do on the giveaway, I'll take a photo, like, share, comment, and then I'll give it away next week. See what else I got in here. Hey, they gave me some Andy's chicken breading. I did not know I had this. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know how to cook. My wife's in the kitchen right now, where she should be. I'll give it to her. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of my favorites, Magnum Game Hog. So this is basically the Magnum version of the super popular Strike King Game Hog. Again, this one's in Moon Juice. You can really see that blue in the Moon Juice. But, you know, this is a bait a lot of guys don't talk about, but it is a very good selling bait. Long story short, there's a lot of guys that throw brush hogs, and I throw a brush hog quite a bit, but they say, man, I don't like Strike King's brush hog. They're too expensive. I say, really? And they're talking about the Rage Hog, which is only like $5 for like $6.99. You get like 6 of these for like $3.99 or $4.99. And then this is the Magnum Game Hog. So they up the size. Great for Carolina rigging. Great for flipping. Put this thing on the back of a football jig. I'm telling you. There's a lot of guys that throw this big old brush hog style bait on the back of a football jig. You just get a real Magnum profile. Catch a lot of fish. I really like Carolina rigging a brush hog, but this Game Hog, it's very limber. The way it's molded, the plastic material is super soft. Smells like coffee, which I need some. I need to wake up. And I know a lot of the pros, this is what they order. This is their go-to creature bait, is the Game Hog. Very versatile. You can do lots and lots of stuff with this. And we go big or we go home. And so somebody's going to get, I don't know, we've got probably, you're probably going to get $200 worth of tackle. I mean, it's a good deal. So see what else we can go with here. Lou's gave me a rod sleeve and a speed cover, but I believe I'm gonna keep the rods, this stuff for myself, because I could use it. Shout out to Lou's. Man, all this stuff is awesome. I may have missed a few things. Crispin, if y'all got something I didn't talk about, let me know. But I think that covers all the basics. I had a great time at the Strike King Riders Conference, so I'll be uploading some videos this weekend with Bill McDonald, Brad Knight. Who else did I go out with? And then Lou's side, Andrew Upshaw and Terry Bolton. I didn't bring enough batteries. I wanted to get down there today. Unfortunately, I had to work some overtime, and I woke up at like 5:30 this morning, or afternoon. But that is the new product from Strike King, Scottsboro Tackle Company. Trying to think of some other stuff. Oh, you know, a lot of guys ask me questions about these mystery tackle box. and they said, man, is it worth it? This is what I got this month, okay? Here's a $12 bait. This is an Ima Flit. Awesome, awesome jerk bait, okay? So remember that, 12 bucks. This is a Lucky John bait, cool looking bait, you know, this is like 6 bucks. This is a brand new bait from Bile Spawn. This is the Bile Bug. Awesome little creature bait, just come out. This thing is very versatile. You're looking at 6 bucks. So we're already over 20 bucks easily. Lucky Craft Square Bill. Yeah, this is a $12 bait. So we've already beat the price of the box. And then they sent me a Z-Man chatterbait. You guys know I like a chatterbait. 29 bucks. You get all that stuff. It's a really, really good box. But if you go to mysterytacklebox.com, you can get $10 off your first box. You enter the code Baitman, or just go to my YouTube channel. In the description, there's a link that'll hook you up. But shout out to Mystery Tackle Box for sending the goods. Let's talk. I got about 15 minutes before I have to get in the shower and head to work. So if anyone has any kind of questions, we can go over it. I'm in the bait room if you want to know how to rig something. We'll see what we can do. Don't ask me to tie a Palomar knot. Hey Brian, you have a good one, bud. You need anything, you got my cell phone number. We'll have to do lunch when you come up this way. Let's see. What else have I got cool? Oh yeah, someone was asking about this bait right here. Someone asked about the Beast Coast Miyagi Swimmer. I'll show it to you real quick. It's very similar to another swim bait, but this is the Beast Coast Miyagi Swimmer. Joey, that's a good question. I don't run any stingers. I'll get hung up really bad around here. But open water, there's nothing wrong with running the stinger hook. I actually will put it on top of the bait, like that owner hook. But this is the Beast Coast Miyagi Swimmer. Really good bait. This is 5 inches. And then it's got a little slit on the bottom. Slide that beast hook up. Man, Jason, I'll be 100% on. I do not have an A-rig at my house right now. And it would be hard for me to do an A-rig show. I'm not an A-rig fan. It does catch them. And I get my butt stomped. What is the best line for swim baits? Braid or fluorocarbon? This is like my go-to line. 17-pound Sunline Assassin or 20. Yeah, Tony, actually this bait was made before the Jinko Booty Shaker, believe it or not. They'd been out for a couple months. Very similar bait. Both are good baits. The Jinko is a little bit thicker, believe it or not. Shane baits make great A-rigs. Yes, they do. If I could find my A-rigs, I imagine I'd have some in there. I like the Hog Farmer. They're super durable. Let's go back to a couple questions right here. No, I'll pass on Cellar Baits A-rigs. I'm sorry. Let's see. What is my favorite on? What is my favorite on a swing head? If I'm throwing a swing head, I like a creature bait. I like a Strike King Rage Bug on a swim head. I like the Reaction Innovations Man Bear Pig. There's so many different things you can do with a swing head, which makes it awesome. We ought to do a show on that. Going to Barkley next few days, what do you recommend? I would have some square bills, a couple lipless, and a top water, like a Sexy Dog or some kind of walking bait, and a small finesse spinner bait. Do you Southern fellas ever go light and small on your jigs? I do, Eric. Matter of fact, I like a finesse jig a lot. You know, like 5/16, 7/16, and I've really gotten into fishing some of those tungsten jigs, like the Kitech, and I also Beast Coast tungsten. makes or Beast Coast Fishing, they make a tungsten finesse jig that I really like, and I'll have those soon. Those guys are going to take care of me. So if you like these Miyagi's, head over to their website. Tell them the Baitman sent you. Yeah, a lot of guys throw a big worm on a swing head. I personally am old school, so I go Texas rig about 75% of the time. But I do like throwing a D-bomb on a wobble head. I've caught a lot of fish on that. I got a couple new baits that I can't get to that I'd like to show you guys, and maybe we'll do it next week. There's a new Yamamoto Mermaid that's a sweet wobble head bait. What's up, all you guys? Yeah, Omega Custom Tackle, man, they make good stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen all the stuff they've sent me, but it's good. I like it. And if you ever get on Omega's website, order some baits, let them know the Baitman sent you. Good people there at Omega, American company, and that's what I like. You know, I always like to support the guys that support you guys. Do you have any recommendations for Lake Cumberland headed up there from New Johnsonville next week? If I was going to Cumberland, I would look at some topwater, some wake baits, some swim baits, and a football jig. I'm not the guy on Lake Cumberland, but I do know they smash them on those Kitex rage swimmers quite a bit up there. I don't know what time it is, but I think I'm going to jump off here. And I appreciate everybody joining the Baitman live again. I'm going to go to work. So, what's going to work? I'm going to take a photo of all this Strike King stuff. I'll have to set it up nice and pretty. Once I put the photo up, make sure you like the photo, share it, and comment by tagging a friend. And we'll do a live drawing next week for the winner. I'll also be doing a huge giveaway over on my YouTube channel. As soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a lot of stuff. So, favorite setup on a 1/4 ounce structure head jig. I will use a pretty small finesse trailer. I like a net bait tiny pack of chunk. That's one of my favorite, or pack of craws. Tiny pack of craws, one of my favorite finesse jig trailers. Heck yeah, Sherry. Well, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Hopefully the Vols don't make me jump off a bridge this weekend, and I'll be back. If guys been asking about my Vexus video, I'm going to get that done tomorrow. I just been really tired. I've been slacking, and I apologize. But thank you guys so much for joining every week. I enjoy talking fishing, talking baits, and I guess I'm going to have to blow my first paycheck at the night job on Tackle Warehouse so I can get some more new stuff to show you guys. So thank you guys so much for joining. I love you all. Guys, be safe out there. And one last thing, we've had several anglers in the fishing community and friends of myself and everyone that has been impacted by the recent hurricane. I know Randall Thorpe and his family have been impacted big time, and so I just want to give Randall and his family the best wishes from all of us over here in the fishing community. We're praying for you and your family, Randall, and anybody else who's been affected by the hurricane. If you know of somebody that needs help, they need shelter, they need food, give your hand out to them, give them some help, because this thing it's torn up a lot of homes, it's torn up a lot of families, and right now those people need some compassion. They need a helping hand. And the good thing about the fishing community, when things like this happen, they always come together. So that's all for tonight. I enjoy it every week. Look for an update. I think we're going to change the show time. But other than that, all Baitman all the time. I'll be updating the website as well. So make sure you follow the page and subscribe to YouTube for all the updates. Thank you so much, guys.